Can Princess Leonor handle royal duties? On a quiet morning in Madrid, as cameras flash and flags ripple in the wind, a young woman steps forward to read words written long before she was born. Words about duty, unity, and the Spanish nation. Her voice is calm, her posture disciplined, her expression carefully composed. To many, this moment confirms what they already believe: Princess Leonor is ready. To others, it raises a deeper, more unsettling question: can anyone so young, so human, truly handle the weight of a crown in a divided, demanding, modern Spain? Princess Leonor, Princess of Asturias, is not just preparing for a role. She is preparing for a lifetime of responsibility that few people alive can truly imagine. As the future Queen of Spain, she is expected to embody history and progress at the same time, to remain politically neutral while symbolizing national unity, and to shoulder expectations formed centuries before she took her first steps. So, can Princess Leonor handle royal duties? The answer is not a simple yes or no. It lies at the intersection of preparation, personality, politics, public expectation, and the evolving role of monarchy itself. To understand whether Leonor can truly handle royal duties, we must look far beyond ceremonial appearances and speeches. We must examine what royal duty actually means in 21st century Spain, and whether any individual, no matter how prepared, can carry it alone. 1. What royal duties really mean today? Before judging whether Princess Leonor can handle royal duties, we must define what those duties actually are. Spain is a constitutional monarchy, which means the monarch does not govern. Real political power rests with elected institutions. However, the role of the monarch, and by extension the heir, is far from symbolic decoration. Royal duties in Spain include representing the Spanish state at home and abroad, acting as a symbol of national unity, maintaining political neutrality, supporting constitutional order, presiding over ceremonial events, engaging in diplomacy and soft power, connecting with citizens across regions and generations, protecting the credibility of the institution. Unlike elected leaders, a monarch cannot resign after a bad term or pivot careers. The role is lifelong, inherited, and public from birth to death. Princess Leonor is not training for a job. She is training for an identity. 2. A childhood shaped by the crown. Princess Leonor de Borbón y Ortiz was born on October 31, 2005. From her first days, it was clear that her life would not resemble that of an ordinary child. When her father, Felipe VI, ascended the throne in 2014, Leonor became heir apparent at the age of 9. Overnight, her future solidified. Education choices, public appearances, even personal habits became matters of state interest. Her upbringing has been defined by controlled public exposure, intensive education, multilingual training, strict discipline, constant scrutiny. Unlike many heirs in the past, Leonor has grown up in an era of social media, instant judgment, and global transparency. Every gesture is analyzed, every speech dissected, every expression interpreted. Handling royal duties begins long before adulthood, and Leonor has been preparing her entire life. 3. Education is a foundation of duty. One of the strongest arguments in favor of Leonor's ability to handle royal duties is her education. She has followed a carefully designed academic path that balances tradition and modernity. Primary and secondary education in Spain. International education at UWC Atlantic College in Wales. Exposure to global perspectives and diverse cultures. Emphasis on critical thinking, ethics, and service. She is fluent or proficient in multiple languages, including Spanish, English, and Catalan, with knowledge of other regional languages. This is not a detail, it is essential in a multilingual, regionally diverse Spain. Education, however, is not just about knowledge. It is about judgment, empathy, and perspective. Royal duties require understanding people who may fundamentally disagree with the institution you represent. Leonor's international education suggests an effort to prepare her not just as a monarch, but as a global citizen. 4. Military training, a constitutional requirement. One of the most demanding aspects of royal duty in Spain is the monarch's role as supreme commander of the armed forces. This is not symbolic. It is a constitutional responsibility. Princess Leonor has begun military training across Spain's armed forces. Army, Navy, Air Force. This training is physically and mentally demanding. It is designed to build discipline, teach leadership under pressure, establish credibility with military institutions, reinforce constitutional responsibility. For critics who argue Leonor is too young or sheltered, military training provides a powerful counterargument. It places her in environments far removed from palace life and exposes her to structure, hierarchy, and national service. Handling royal duties requires resilience. Military preparation is one of the clearest tests of that resilience. 5. Public speaking and symbolic authority. One of the most visible royal duties is public speaking. Princess Leonor's speeches, especially her address on her 18th birthday when she swore allegiance to the Constitution, were widely praised for their clarity, confidence, and composure. Public speaking for a royal is not about charisma alone. It requires precision of language, emotional restraint, political neutrality, awareness of historical weight. A single sentence can provoke controversy or reassurance. A single mistake can dominate headlines. Leonor's calm delivery and controlled presence suggest she understands this responsibility deeply. She does not seek applause. She seeks correctness. That is not a small skill. It is a core royal duty. 6. Emotional intelligence, the invisible requirement. Handling royal duties is not only about appearances and protocol. It is about emotional intelligence. A future queen must comfort victims of tragedy, listen to anger without responding defensively, show empathy without taking sides, appear strong without seeming distant. Princess Leonor has shown signs of emotional maturity beyond her years. Her demeanor is often described as serious, attentive, and thoughtful. However, emotional intelligence is not static. It grows through experience, and royal experience often comes through crisis. The real test will not be formal ceremonies, but moments of national grief, political tension, or institutional challenge. The question is not whether Leonor is emotionally capable now, but whether she can grow into that capability under pressure. 7. The burden of expectation. One of the greatest challenges Leonor faces is not lack of preparation, but excessive expectation. She is often described as the future of the monarchy, the symbol of renewal, the crown's last great hope. This is an enormous burden to place on one individual. No matter how capable she is, she cannot single-handedly fix historical resentment toward monarchy, political polarization, economic inequality, regional divisions. Royal duty is collective, institutional, and symbolic. When society places all its hope, or blame, on one young woman, it creates impossible standards. Handling royal duties requires strength. Handling unrealistic expectations requires something more, resilience against disappointment. 8. Youth, a weakness or a strength. Critics often ask whether Princess Leonor is too young to handle royal duties. This question misunderstands the nature of monarchy. Leonor will not rule immediately. Her role will expand gradually, under the guidance of King Felipe VI. Youth allows for learning without full responsibility, mistakes under supervision, adaptation to changing society. In a rapidly evolving world, youth can be an advantage. Leonor understands digital culture, global conversations, and generational concerns in ways older monarchs cannot. The danger lies not in her youth, but in denying her the space to grow. 9. The shadow of past scandals. No future queen begins with a blank slate. Princess Leonor inherits an institution damaged by corruption scandals involving Juan Carlos I, loss of public trust, calls for abolition. This means her royal duties include something her predecessors did not face to the same degree: institutional repair. Every action she takes will be interpreted as proof of reform, or evidence that nothing has changed. This is not fair, but it is reality. Handling royal duties today means carrying the weight of past mistakes while never having made them yourself. 10. Political neutrality in a polarized Spain. Spain is politically polarized. Left versus right, centralism versus regionalism, monarchy versus republic. In this environment, neutrality is both essential and nearly impossible. Princess Leonor will be expected to represent all Spaniards, avoid political expression, remain above debate. At the same time, every appearance will be interpreted politically. Handling royal duties requires restraint bordering on self-erasure. It means being present without influencing, visible without intervening. Few roles demand this level of discipline. 11. Regional sensitivities and national unity. Spain is not a culturally uniform nation. It is composed of regions with strong identities, languages, and political aspirations. For some, the monarchy symbolizes unity. For others, it symbolizes central authority they reject. Leonor's royal duties will include engaging with regions that may openly oppose the crown. This requires cultural sensitivity, respect without endorsement, presence without provocation. Her ability to listen, to show up without demanding loyalty, will be crucial. 12. Gender and the modern crown. Princess Leonor is poised to become Spain's first queen regnant in nearly 2 centuries. This is both a strength and a challenge. Supporters see her as a feminist milestone, a symbol of progress. Critics argue, true equality cannot exist within inherited power. Representation does not equal justice. Leonor must navigate these debates without engaging them directly. Her existence itself becomes a statement, whether she wants it or not. Handling royal duties means carrying symbolic battles without speaking their language. 13. Media pressure in the digital age. Unlike past monarchs, Leonor lives under 24/7 news cycles, social media commentary, viral misinformation. Every appearance is clipped, shared, judged, and reinterpreted. Royal duty now includes image management, silence in the face of misinformation, psychological resilience. This is perhaps the hardest test of all. The ability to remain composed while being constantly observed is not taught easily. It must be learned through experience, and mistakes will be inevitable. 14. Can anyone truly be ready for the crown? The question, can Princess Leonor handle royal duties, may be fundamentally flawed. No one is ever fully ready. Monarchy is not about readiness, it is about endurance. Leonor's preparation is extensive. Her education is solid. Her demeanor is disciplined. Her sense of duty appears sincere. But royal duty is not a performance. It is a lifetime of constraint, scrutiny, and sacrifice. The real question is not whether Leonor can handle royal duties today, but whether she can continue to handle them decades from now, as Spain changes and the institution is questioned. 15. What if she cannot? It is important to acknowledge a truth often avoided. It is possible that no one should have to handle this burden. If Leonor one day decides that the role is incompatible with her well-being or values, that does not mean she failed. It may mean society asked too much. The ability to step away can also be a form of strength. Conclusion. A prepared heir in an uncertain world. So, can Princess Leonor handle royal duties? Based on her education, preparation, discipline, and composure, the answer today is yes, she appears capable. But capability is not destiny. Royal duty in modern Spain is not a stable role. It is a moving target shaped by politics, public opinion, and cultural change. Leonor may be ready, but the institution itself may not always be ready for the world she will inherit. Ultimately, Princess Leonor is not just being tested. Spain is testing itself, asking whether it can support a young woman with fairness, patience, and realism, or whether it will burden her with expectations no individual can fulfill. Because the true measure of whether Leonor can handle royal duties may depend less on her strength, and more on whether Spain can handle change without demanding that one person carry its weight alone. And in that sense, the future queen's greatest challenge may not be the crown, but the country watching her wear it.